Let's fight. Let's fight, folks. We were on the ground. We were running, but we are happy that you folks are here with us. Share the live for us, folks. Smash that emoji button. We outside, good folks. We outside, and we are delighted that you folks are here with us. We got a lot of ground to cover tonight. We know we surprised a couple of you. We got a lot of ground to cover. So don't let's waste time. We're fired up, good folks, and we are ready, and we trust that you guys are as well. It's boots on the ground, and we don't only talk the talk, but we walk in the walk as well, good folks. As what's happening on the local government campaign trail, the promises of the PPP that aren't worth the paper they are written on. We're gonna be talking about those things and some other things as well. To all those who are following us near and far, guys, we're in the trenches right into the evening. Our apologies. We almost pulled the plug on tonight's program, but we have to be here with, of course, to give you all the latest what's happening out there. We had to be here with you guys. So welcome in the ground. Each and one of you, we're and we are ready to go, ready to show some of you folks what's happening on the fight card out there, folks. We are happy and delighted that you folks are here with us, that y'all here with we. If y'all are here, folks, in the right place. And we're ready to the things we're covering on the fight card tonight. We can talk about is it rip mouth, tight lip, tie up, or the gun. Yeah, we can talk about him, folks. Turkey. We can talk about Trump, and we can talk about Sunak. A lot to cover on that front. Haiti also is in the news tonight. Who know? And then we can talk about them guys. And this 9th hour share promises the coming wrong by y'all with is promises. Don't listen to them. Welcome. Welcome in the ring. Welcome. If you know us, you know where we're going next, folks. How y'all doing, good folks? How y'all doing? Don't come wrong with you funny. I see Paul there, Andrew. Paul, I see you for a little bit, Paul. I ain't see you for a little bit. Rajendra, Lynette, and all the other guys. Folks, if you joined us this morning, we showed you, we talked about celebrating the 70th anniversary of the National Assembly of the Parliament of Guyana. Folks, 70 years since the first parliamentarians took the oath of office as parliamentarian. I am happy to be here 70 years after. I ain't went there for the first batch. I ain't went there. Veteran politician, the Honorable Member of Parliament, Comrade Volder Lauren, she delivered remarks on behalf of the Leader of the Opposition and the Parliamentary Opposition. And there's where we begin tonight with the opener.
Performing the duties of President, Ministers of Government, Speaker of the National Assembly, members of the Diplomatic Corps, former and present members of Parliament, former Prime Minister, Mr. Moses Virsami Nagamutu, special invitees. Good evening. I wish on behalf of the Leader of the Opposition, Aubrey Compton Norton, to express his sincere regrets at not being able to be here to celebrate with you. Notwithstanding, I read the following on his behalf. The supreme organs of democratic power in Guyana shall be the first Parliament, secondly, the President, and thirdly, Cabinet. The Constitution also states quite emphatically, there shall be a Parliament of Guyana, which shall consist of the President and the National Assembly, Articles 50 and 51 of our Constitution. It is not my intention to confuse the National Assembly with the Parliament, but it is my deliberate intention to illustrate that the Constitution birthed dual embryos for good government and good governance in Guyana. Today, we celebrate the 70th anniversary of one of those embryos, the Parliament. As is traditional with all celebrations, we course through the annals of history and highlight those moments that gives us reason to celebrate or contemplate. We must celebrate on this auspicious occasion the victories of universal adult suffrage and struggles for self-governance. We must never forget that it was in this space a resolution was passed unanimously to begin the discussions on the granting of independence. We must also celebrate the achievements of our National Assembly in the area of human rights and freedoms, diplomacy, finance, education, surpassing the quota for women in our National Assembly, reviewing of our standing orders and procedural manual, not forgetting the addition of our several select committees. That is just a few of our achievements. But those achievements, in greater part, is owed to collaboration and bipartisanship within this space. Now for the contemplations. In his report, Needs Assessment of the Guyana National Assembly, Sir Michael Davies, Commonwealth Senior Parliamentary Staff, Advisor to the Guyana National Assembly, identified particular shortcomings of the National Assembly. For example, lack of independence of the Parliament and its management from the control of the executive. Members who are not sufficiently au fait with the role within the parliamentary framework, and the lack of awareness of the National Assembly's responsibility to relate with civil society, the private sector, and the wider public. Ladies and gentlemen, our people subscribe to a system of democracy that ensures the process of election is free and fair, and further, that their elected representatives are afforded the opportunity to effectively serve their interests. The hallowed space within the interests of our people are ventilated and served in our National Assembly. It has stood since 1953 when Dr. Cheddy Jagan and Lyndon Forbes Sampson Burnham and other heroes entered. This hallowed space 70 years ago was certainly different. Then our elected representatives, legislative agendas were viewed as subordinate to the whims of the British interests. Today, it is the view of many Guyanese. We have replaced the British with the executive. It is their view the National Assembly, instead of being treated as a separate and equal embryo, is treated as a co-joint twin of the executive. Sir Davies, in his report in paragraphs 18 and 19, I quote, said, steps must be taken to establish the National Assembly as an institution independent of the executive. This is necessary that the legislature can truly keep the executive under scrutiny. Throughout this report, I have identified areas where the separation of powers is not observed in respect of the National Assembly. Meetings of the National Assembly are entirely at the whim of the executive, end of quote. If we aren't independent at age 70, when will we be independent, fellow Guyanese? We are duty-bound to fight for the independence of the National Assembly. Mr. Speaker, I dare say, you as the shepherd within these halls, yours is the greatest responsibility in holding the line of battle. The spirit of bipartisanship must emanate from your seat. For too long, the National Assembly has been used as a tool of executive aggression and repression. Therefore, the opposition will continue to be resolute in ushering in a new dispensation, a new culture within the National Assembly, a culture of mature leadership amongst its cadres and working relationship with stakeholders. As in 1953, when our founding fathers, with pride, relished the challenge of bringing hope to our countrymen, we, the opposition, will use this hallowed space to bring hope and change to all Guyanese. Happy 70th anniversary. Thank you.
Yep. Comrade Volder Lawrence, folks. Who vex? Rich people problems, you know. All money. Sunak said, don't bother him. He said, don't come wrong funny. He said, money don't bother him. You money's bother you, Aubrey? Ayabo, you money's bother you? Huh? That's what Ayabo saying there. Ayabo no able. He say money don't bother him. He don't bother he don't come wrong funny. He money then ugly. Don Sullivan, Don, you there? Respect and manners, folks. Wherever you all joining us from tonight, good folks, respect and manners. We trust that you all are good. We trust that you all are well. Wherever you all are joining us from tonight. Respect and manners. The fella said his belt, don't bother him. He said, y'all make you study. Run the guard. Rich people problem. Folks, was it yesterday? What was the special? Ice nugget ice. The man see money, don't bother. You making problems, folks. You got the you know, you got Trump on the other side, and now enter Christie, they say, any folks, my microphone is shorted. Second, let me see if I can switch my guys. Can I? Give me a quick sec. Let me see if we can do it. Hope that works. He said he better. He doing things in his own time. Any day now, they said Chris Christie could jump in the race. Any day now. So we're following that, folks. One of the things we're following. Look what else we're following. Erdogan, they said he's been evasive. They asked him. Remember, he was in that conference. We told you that the president of Ukraine was at, and they were looking at body language and all of that because he's a staunch supporter. He's a staunch supporter of Vladimir Putin. Well, they asked him if he believes, because he has an election runoff on his hand. And so they asked him if he believed that Biden wants to overthrow him. The man talk about everything else. He answered the question yet. Evasive much? Devon, is he evasive much? Annie Benjamin, is he evasive much? We're watching it. We're watching it. We're watching it, folks. We're watching it. Pace and power. That's how we're going down. Pace and power. Moving on the fight card. All the folks from East Ramville joining us and West Ramville tonight, where we were boots on the ground. Thanks for joining us. Pace and power. We're coming around to y'all side just now. Hold on. We're coming around by y'all. Evasive. In the ground first, though. Moving on, folks. Moving on. We bring it in from around the region. We bring it in, good folks, from around the region. Some of the things we're following at this end. Look, some of what we're following, folks. Haiti. Haiti got its own problems, boy. Haiti got its own problem. Another policeman was killed and a gang member. Remember, we tell you all gangs running amok there in Haiti. Gangs running amok. The folks have been asking for help. Carry come way there. Carry come. And it gone. Pray for Haiti, folks. Not a policeman murdered. Beverly. Not a policeman. Karen Archibald. Beverly Romaine. Another policeman. Our thoughts and prayers go out on that side of the Atlantic. Matt's paper leak. I saw some folks saying it's some people from Queen's College. Well, CXC said the leak originated in Jamaica. That's what they're saying. Saboni Semple. Devon wrong. Junior Holder. Devon, are you ever right? They said the leak. It started in Jamaica, good folks. The CXC math paper. The folks here in Georgetown, just in case you're wondering is where we're at. The folks here in Georgetown, Guyana, because there are other Georgetowns in the Caribbean. The folks here in Georgetown said that the students here will not have to resit math paper 2. That was a leak paper. Leaky. Moving on the fight card, good folks. They said it's not here. Jamaica is where it started. Tony Hack, as we in Jamaica, as we on Jamaica, you know, Jamaica give the executive a big raise. They had protests and so on too. People said you can't give raise in these times when people catching the tail. People say it's justified, right? And they're urging that you keep the pressure up on the government for accountability. You pay them more, they gotta work more. That's what's happening in Jamaica. Wholeness got the hands full. You know, I see people say King Wholeness. People say wholeness time, days numbered. My Paul, they said wholeness days numbered. Bernardines, they said Van. Wholeness days numbered. That's what the Jamaicans said. If the Jamaicans said, we believe it is so. The days numbered. We're in the 592, folks. We're in the 592. No place on earth like the 592. No place at all. Look, story here. A prisoner left. No, it's not. We ain't there yet. Mudwater and Guyanese critic. Well, the judge dash out Mudwater liable suit. He was suing for $100+ million. Guyanese critic, the judge threw that out. Yep, he threw it out. He said he couldn't prove it. Didn't have sufficient evidence, right, to prove the defamation. And likewise, a critic as well had a counter claim. He threw that out too. He threw that out as well. Yep. Guyanese critic, Mudwater. Well, not Mudwater. The Bruce. You know, fighting in the courts, folks. So both claims have been tossed out. Both claims. The judge said that Bruce did not supply enough evidence, right, to prove his claim. He did not supply evidence that he was lowered in the estimation of the public by being labeled as Mudwater. He said, is it a negative connotation to be labeled as Mudwater? It's an interesting ruling. Very interesting. The judge threw out critics so too. Critics was countersuing. You see, he was countersuing. He said the man told he was Mudwater sometime back in 2017. But he was the only person there. The judge said that's not sufficient. That was one of the things. That's not sufficient. Throw he out as well. Right? So the boardness must be more scattered now. When you get choked like that. Urban done, the boardness must be more scattered. Must be more scattered. You know what's sad, folks? Never dull moment in the 592. Never a dull moment in the 592. Who don't know? It's never a dull moment. You know, that being said, the folks launch a mental health website, compliments of the health ministry. Folks, you got to take your mental health serious, you know, right? Men fighting in the high court over cartoon characters. You got to take your mental health serious in this country. Yeah? Folks, I'm telling you, today they launch a mental health website. The mental health is no joke. Right? And we don't take our mental health serious, you know. If you watch certain programs, you realize some people got mental health challenges. Eh? You realize that somebody just call, and I don't know, like that phone ring or something is a trigger. You hear one set of cussing. Folks, they launch a mental health website to help us out. Yeah, must check it out. We're going to take our mental health serious. I am taking my mental health very seriously. I ain't taking on I taking it very, very, very seriously. Right? Take your mental health. They launch a whole website. Right? So when y'all see y'all boys acting up, Boardness and Co., y'all must send in the link. That could be helpful. Pace and power. Moving on, good folks. We're moving on up. Coming soon. 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 To theater near you. Folks, they tell us the Ghanaians are coming. That is what they're telling us. The Ghanaians are coming. They can touch down any day now. The Ghanaians are coming. That's what I'm telling you. You see, that's what I'm telling you. A trade mission coming from Ghana. Good folks, we welcome them. Love me some Ghanaians. We welcome them. Looking forward to that. Any day now, they tell us. Any day. We can expect they can be coming for a couple of days. Right? They can be coming for a couple of days. Right? I hope the PP don't take them for APNU supporters and chase them out. You know, we're different in this place. You know, and then we're in election time, which is a very sensitive time. You know, very sensitive time. Very sensitive. Candidate Lean, Wilma Grant, pretty queen. Pretty queen. Gotta be careful. Wayne Brown, they gotta be very careful out there. Look at us we're following. We buy them boys. We buy them boys. The jagabats, the trench crappos, the tadpoles. You know, as I was boots on the ground with a lot of folks today in East Rambelt. You know, the folks said they gotta keep on the jagabats. You know, I am surprised how many folks are in tune with our program. They said they gotta run the trench crappers out. I said, right on, brothers and sisters, right on. The Nakavakamites, the Jebusites, the Hittites, the Philistines, and the Pharisees. We gotta keep on them, folks. We gotta keep on them. Look what we following for them boys. Crime spiraling. Alexis Thompson is not sir. Chin Sing, Desmond Harris, Martha Harris is not sir. Michaela Andrew Coates, Chin Sing Henry. Oh, somebody phone call is who? Orwin Don Cook, Wilma Grant, Edward, Jacqueline is that sir? Them by left. Here they're talking about the escape. Some rigmarole story is left. Them boys left. They say Smalley left. People who don't know. Prisoners and the prison wardens got big relationship, big hugging up and kissing up, cohabiting in the washroom, big tumble down and so on. At least they're getting more than me. Big high splash down story. Right? Smalley left. They're telling us the 2 prison guards and somebody else in custody. And this was the guy who was found guilty of being playing a part in the Bartica massacre. All in Guyana, it seems an opportune time. Like wrong elections and so on, when you might need a couple of people to be put in their place. Y'all don't come around with funny. This time no long, sir. This time no long, sir. Fight them. People, fight them. That's why your front parts laughing. Fight them. You got to run them out. Fight them. So they say Smalley escaped. Smalley left. We know in this country, for the right amount, you could go visit your family. You could be serving a life sentence, however long, however short. You could live on the weekends and go home, spend time with your family and go back. That's the kind of system we got. You see? But these are very sensitive times. They said Smalley was under heavy security, going from some point A to some point B. Big Rick Burrell story, we beg. Jack Dio, but we got sense. We beg and we got sense. I didn't even want to repeat this. So it's a Rick Burrell or Scrap Scandly. It's a Rick Burrell. To tell this story, Orvin Don, Van Classic, Anthony Silver, Beatrice Selby, Sprague Benz. You got to start it like this. My brother, Marie. My father had a detainee. That's how we got to start it. He's so fantastic. The narrative they're trying to spin. This man and the big armed guards. Right? This is something like Steven Seagal mixed with Jet Li, mixed with some Bruce Willis. It's that kind of film. This is one for the Oscars. The man left. Don't come wrong with funny like that. Them boys said the joint services on standby. But when the joint services on standby, you must know the level of prisoner we got here. The joint services who got money, got bargain. Smalley must be talking somewhere right now. 3 beers and 2 Guinness. Right? A Chinese food. And watching we. Say watch how I beg. I got the joint services outside. High and down card program. You see? We bad like that. We bad like that. Talking nice. Talking nice. Alexis Thompson, there's the country we living in. Share the damn live. Smash the emoji button. We didn't invent this stuff, you know. Right? We just make the news more sexy. We just make it more sexy. Who vex? We out here. Fight we. God damn it. Fight us. One bite off pissy all ears. Fight we. God damn it. Sidel, Sheila Boychild, Van Slice, Alicia Motilal, Alexis. I'm in like a Tyson mode. I'm in a Tyson mode tonight. I'm in a Tyson mode. I'd bite your ears off. Fight we. Shucks. Talk. Fight we. Right? People are always, when I meet people in person, say, oh, Jesus, I didn't know you so tall. Waiting for the Jagabats. Take me for granted out here. Take me for granted. Karen Allen, Anthony Silver, Seymour George, fight. I lean into them. Lean into them. They've gone wrong. Moving on the fight here. So fight he left. Smalley, you didn't escape. Nonsense. Don't fool guys, these people out here. Smalley left. Who no? Who no? Well, Mogran, bust the files right now. A lot of people lose a job in this country. Sprague Benz, Franklin, Boston. It's always at these opportune times. It's always at these opportune times when Smalley and the gang is walk out. It's always at these opportune times. You think we don't recognize patterns? God damn it. We don't recognize patterns in this country. Well, they all buy at it. He said them boys carrying the Jordan matter to appeal. Appeal everything. Where's taxpayers' money? They want a certain outcome. They're beating up on the judiciary. Think what for concern them and concerning them. They have lost their focus. They're distracted. That's the thing what for concern them and concerning them. Every goddamn day you all hear us sing it here. The crime is spiraling. But these Jagabats, Philistines, and Pharisees, they don't have time with that. Right? Jack, you're busy watching me see what dog barking when Norton passed him. That's his sole role. Right? To watch Aubrey's press and then come back and tell me everything that happened. We don't want to know that. Don't come around with funny like that. Tony Hack, Beatrice Selby, Unity Elias, Pollyanna Schultz. Don't come around with funny like that. The man escape no way. Don't let me waste words. Don't let us waste words. There must be an economy of words. I'll learn you all something there. I didn't teach you. I learn you that. Economy of words. That's how I feel in my old age. I ain't wasting words, you know. But I ain't holding back neither. I got a couple things in my chest. All right. When he says that, Chanel tell them just left me. Chanel, when I start, tell them just left me. Right? Just left me. Right now, taking training on the, especially them again, Melly Mel. I can just take off a day. And just left me. So Smalley then escape. Don't let the kerfuffle you. Smalley left. He left. Moving on, folks. All your boys say you go ahead and appeal the Jordan case because they didn't get the outcome they want. You see? But let happen, no. Let somebody else appeal. Oh, it is something, it is mendacious, it is capricious, it is. All your boy. Gisela Roman. You see? I'm certain y'all happy that we still on. We came on a bit late. But y'all, I'm certain y'all are saying it was worth the wait. You see my blood pressure coming down. Folks, my own blood pressure coming down. I talking to y'all, my own blood pressure. He left Sharon Dow. Right? Paulian said, dash the bell in the chest. Paulian, if you see the size of this bell, the folks present us, this bell dashing your chest, you don't get it up, you know. Right? You don't get it up. You dash the bell in Smalley chest, is took and came. Smalley straight, sir. Smalley at large, he left. Straight, sir. 3 beer and 2 Guinness. Look out your whole chest and your rib cage. Jacqueline, so them boys want to appeal the matter. Them boys want to appeal the matter. They're not able. Wicked, stink, and dirty. That's what we're saying. Could you imagine? Day one campaign pitch. Vote for we win your roads. And they need the capacity to do it. If you want your drain cleans, vote for us. I thought you're done in. Huh? I thought you're done in. Where you got the largest? I thought we done in. Sage Goliki. Right? Jennifer Griffith. Polly, you must get these plenty in high school and name like Goliki. You know, plenty. Right? Plenty teas in high school. Wayne Brown, Kim Clark. Wicked. Go, you know, do something for me. Right? Holding yourself out. Me nothing against whores. I tell you all day one, whores gotta live. I jumped through a couple windows in my time. Whores gotta live. So then George, I'm holding yourself out. Do this for me and I'll give you this. Watch them. You gotta watch them. All your boy didn't even know front road from front row. And they telling us vote for them in Georgetown. They don't know front row, Jennifer Griffith, from the front row. That's how the capacity. Right? They don't even know right now than the front road. They even know right now than the front road. You see? And now they must think they're Amelia's word. You think they're easy? You think they're easy? But you know, what is fascinating to me? With these whole entourage, you can't even see and hear from the councillors. They overshadowing the councillors. Soon as they get a mic, it's a Jill. Right? Soon as they get a mic, it's Grey Head Pat. Right? It's Park Committee Pat. Soon as they get a mic, right? It's not near, what do you got there? Soon as they get a mic, I ain't hearing from the candidates. I'm not hearing from them. The man said the people on front row. It's on the front row. These people are ready for prime time. Folks, we were boots on the ground today. We were boots on the ground and we call up with some folks right there in East Rheinveld, Front Road. We call up with some of the folks on the ground there, and we wanted you to hear from them, from the people themselves there on the front road from East Rheinveld in general. Folks. Take a look at who we call up with. One of the councillors vying there. Yes, in East Rheinveld. Close to where they got the front road. Close by there. Take a look and take a listen, good folks. Folks, this is Councillor Harding making the case to residents here in East Rheinveld. Councillor Harding, how is it going? You can hold this for us. How is it going?
So far, we are having a very good reception from persons in the constituency. We're talking about West Rheinveld presently, which is 413,481. And the residents, they're all saying that they're ready to vote for the APNU PNC. So we're having a good reception all the time from these persons. We're not getting any bad reception because we know that in the past we have been getting this good from them all the time, and they're prepared to continue doing such.
Are there issues they're raising with you, your constituents? Are there things you're putting forward that you want to see happen in this constituency?
I promise that as long as we get the relevant material and so forth, that things can be better in this go around.
Are there a couple of things you're looking forward to doing, as you said that, in the constituency?
Yes, I am looking forward to, first of all, looking after the drainage, because drainage and irrigation is a mental problem in this particular constituency. We have persons that are complaining that as the rain smiles, the house floods. So we have to look after the drainage, and that's the most important one that I am personally looking out to get done in the constituency.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Councillor.
You're welcome.
I got to my constituency that is bring it home, buddy.
Pace and power, Winston Harding, councillor working hard there, folks, on the ground. Working on the ground, house to house. That's the councillor himself. I couldn't spend the councillor. Among all them ministers and so on, the councillor somewhere the back. It's them leading the charge. Going down the road, on front road. But we called up with another councillor. He's from constituency 14, Kibwe Copeland. But he was in this constituency here, constituency 13, working. Is he finished, his bit in his constituency for the afternoon? He head next door, helping out. And that's how the folks are. Take a look and take a listen to some of what this councillor had to say to us this afternoon. We are boots on the ground. You understand why we late? We're all over. Nobody can tell you, Roderick, Siobhan, Jaden, nobody can tell you. We's the bouties. We tell you myself. You see? Don't let us time fool you. We's the bout. We's the bouties. Take a look. Take a listen.
The campaign is going lovely. Georgetown has always been a stronghold of the PNC, the APNU, and I've been saying this since the starting of this campaign, and it's going to continue to be the stronghold. Right now, we're in constituency 13, which is West East from Veld, and we have, of course, Winston Harding, who's the constituency candidate for this area. We have the PR candidates who are on the ground also, meet with people. And the good thing about it, what makes us feel so warm and welcome in this community, is when you go to a door or you go to the gate, they'll say, "You're not talk to me, APNU all the way." People are very enthusiastic. They're ready to vote. They say, "We already know we got to vote last year, 2016, 2018 was the same thing. And 2023, we're going to continue to vote the APNU," because they understood and they understand today that it's important for the APNU to uphold democracy in Guyana, to uphold democracy in Georgetown. The PPP, of course, wants to do their own thing. We understand their game. We understand what they're looking for. But the APNU will continue to stand strong in this constituency in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, straight to 15. I'm a constituency candidate for constituency 14, but I'm here supporting my brother Winston Harding on his journey here. We always try to give each other support on the ground, and that's what I'm doing this afternoon. And I would like to assure persons who are looking on at this video that the APNU will continue to serve the people and will be successful at it.
Excellent. Some of the things that we've heard as we've moved around is that folks know that City Hall has been starved by the PPP for finances and so on. What are some of the other challenges you're hearing on the ground here?
And even talking about starving, I heard from some residents right just now that the garbage is only picked up about, I think, 2 days from now. And it was there sitting for about like 1 day actually. It was sitting there for like 2 months or something like that, or a couple of weeks now. The problem is the PPP and this present government are deliberately trying to stifle the mayor city council because they want it to look bad. And when they come over, they will not. But they want to show that, you know what, only a PP government can give a clean city. But we understand and we know that after 2015, when the AP and UFC went into power, we cleaned the city right away. From the first day one, this city became a clean city, and that's continue that way. And under the APNU, even as the government stays into power temporarily until the next elections, we'll make sure that this government, that this country, of course, is clean. Georgetown is clean. And some of the more other issues, of course, is the paying for votes. You know, the PPP is utilizing my money, your money, all of our taxpayers' money to pay people $10,000, $25,000 to go out and vote. But don't be fooled. I'll tell anybody, collect the money. It's your money at the end of the day. But when you go into that ballot box, money don't vote. People vote. Go and put your hand in the ink and vote rightfully for the APNU. Because they can't see it. They'll try to bully people. They'll try to manipulate people to think that you could, there's some spy equipment that they could say you can vote. That is false news, false news. So we want people to stay vigilant, understand that the PPP wants to buy you out, but Georgetown is not for sale. People vote for people who will represent their interests, and that's what the APNU continues to push. We understand that the PPP wants to give Georgetown to their friends, favorites, and family, and that would not happen under the watch of the APNU.
Pace and power, folks. That is some of what went down on the ground this afternoon. That detained us out front parts. Out front parts said Georgetown got a sewage problem. We got to fix that. Paul Anthony, Kurt Heidekin, the junior holder, Diane, and Oren Barker. That's some of what went down this afternoon. We there. You know who we run into? Guess who? Guess who we run into, folks? Guess who? We on the ground. We there wrong. We on the ground. Look who we run into. On the ground. Making the arguments on the ground. Chief, you're on the ground here in West Rheinveld. With the team making the rounds, making the arguments to the people. How is it going? How is the campaign trail going?
Well, the campaign has been going good. I'm a believer that you win elections on the ground. And in these elections, we have been on the ground in all the constituencies. We are meeting people, we're hearing from them, we're giving them our views, and we're convinced that our support base is strong and not worried by people playing optics, politics, and putting on jerseys and running around the place. We're getting very good response from the people.
They were talking very excitingly and glowingly, the folks on the other side, about Linden and Georgetown and so on, but they seem to have eased down, like the reality stepping in.
Well, I think they knew even before that what they hoped to do was to really put out these pictures, and they hoped that, well, it will daunt people and they wouldn't participate. They didn't recognize it could also have the other effect of galvanizing people, because people don't want the People's Progressive Party in charge of those areas. So I think it is in that direction it went rather than the other. And that is why they started to know. I saw Joseph Hamilton talking about they shouldn't fool themselves. Jack Dew fools himself all the time.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. I know you all guys are busy on the ground.
Okay,
thank you.
Thanks.
Pace and power, boots on the ground, folks. Boots on the ground. Yep, he said we're getting good results. Getting good results. Yvette and Ingrid, junior holder. Neil and Harding for the closing out, folks. Promises by the PPP. Promises. But I want to show you the wicked stinking that. They're trying with our boy Randy. They're trying with my boy Randy Critchlow. They're trying with him. They're trying with Randy. Randy wears many hats. He's a councillor at Region 4. He writes plays. He's involved in the arts. He's an actor. Well, that is the sphere. They're trying with our boy Randolph Critchlow. Yeah. Mr. Rush himself. So Randy got drafted into a play. Mac and Tally. And when some people hear Randy in the play, oh Lord, emotional distress. Out of petty, Joy Dotson, emotional distress. That's what I'm telling you all. That's what the fella get. Emotional. Y'all know he's sensitive. Y'all know how he's sensitive, emotional. Gwinnett, you know the story. You know the whole thing, Gwinnett. You know the whole thing. Queen's Love, you know the whole thing. And that's the closer. We sat down with Randy today. We said, Randy, tell me the whole thing. Tell me the whole thing for Bernadette, Randy. For Daniel King, for Sandra Britton, for Windon, for Devon Wrong. Who one day will get right. Tell me the whole thing. Folks, they're petty. They're petty. The closer. My brother Randy. And how they're petty. Take a look. Share the damn light. Smash the emoji button. And let me go down the road, good folks. Let me go down. And we don't run in water. So before the closer, here's how you can help us.
Want to keep getting the best in the ring?
That's right.
Yes, you can help us to keep going by partnering with us through your contributions. And it's easy. Send us a daily, weekly, or monthly donation, whichever is most convenient to you. Cash App at $in-the-ring592, Zelle and PayPal in the ring592 at gmail.com, or WhatsApp us on 627-6963 for how to contribute via MoneyGram and Western Union and for MMG payments. Want to keep getting the best in the ring?
That's right.
Yes, you can help us to keep going by partnering with us through your contributions. And it's easy. Send us a daily, weekly, or monthly donation, whichever is most convenient to you. Cash App at $in-the-ring592, Zelle and PayPal in the ring592 at gmail.com, or WhatsApp us on 627-6963 for how to contribute via MoneyGram and Western Union and for MMG payment.
So the Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sport has decided to do 4 award-winning plays throughout the year of 2023. Soda was done early in the year. That was written by Mosa Telford. And the play Macantally, Harold Bascom's Macantally, which is another award-winning play, is being done at the end of May. Early in the year, I was contacted about the production, and the director of the Macantally, Godfrey Norton, him and I spoke, and we decided that it would be cast in the role, one of the major roles in the production, given that I did that part before when the production was done in 2010, and I won Best Supporting Actor for that role. So I started rehearsals. I signed a contract with the production team to do the role in the play, which is scheduled for the 28th of May. So I was rehearsing part of the production, learning lines, normal, everything going normal. Then the director came to the rehearsals one afternoon. Firstly, he sent a message. He said, we might have an important meeting. And then he said the meeting was off because everything was resolved. He then came to the rehearsal the afternoon in front of the cast, said that, he was having some problems, some pushback from Main Street, assuming that he's speaking about the Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sport. He said that the powers that be at Main Street wanted me out of the production, Randolph Critchlow out of the production, and because of something I said on a political stage. And so he did say at that point in time that he stood up for the actors, and he said, he can't do that. And eventually the situation was resolved. 1 week later, the director called me. This is on the 30th of April. Yes, the 30th of April. He called me and he said, man, the pressure getting to me, and it might jeopardize the production if you continue to be in the cast. He's saying that he did mention, I'm saying the director said that the minister is upset at some things that I said. I criticized the process, and I criticized the role that his wife is playing at the ministry. And, everybody knows that I am politically affiliated. The director knew this. I have criticized the minister and his handling of this ministry on many occasions. I've questioned a number of things. And so the director said to me, well, I was hoping to keep politics out of this, but it doesn't look like the people want you in the production, and I will try and negotiate a 40% for you, and you can come out of a production quietly and don't say anything. And so I replied to him, I said, I can't do that. I can't do that. If it is that the minister and the ministry wants me out of the production, I have a contract as a contracted sum. I'm expecting to be paid in full for that. And I take great umbrage at the fact that this level of interference is happening in theater, and that we can't practice our craft without being victimized and treated in this manner. As if, you can't be in a production if you have anything critical to say about the minister or the ministry or the work of this administration. So I did say that to him, and I promised to get back to him after I speak to some legal minds. Subsequently, he deleted me from the WhatsApp group, and we've had back and forth since then. Yesterday, we had a meeting where he said that he's unable to pay me my contracted sum. He's rescinding the contract. Now he's rescinding the contract after you already deleted me from the WhatsApp group and replaced me with Michael Ignatius in the cast. So we're right now we are going to be heading into the legal phase of this, because I have a contract, as I said, and I intend to be paid for this for the contracted amount. Now I'm very, very concerned at the state that we are in, where actors, theater practitioners, people in the arts are so afraid to speak out because they are afraid of not getting a little money from a production. I will tell you this. I was speaking to Kwesi recently, and he has accounted, and he has given me permission to say, listen, tell my story too, about him being blacklisted by this same ministry and other ministries because he, of course, was on a stage singing for the AP and UAFC, producing songs for them. And so this is where we are. This level of political interference has reached a place where even theater is being affected in this manner. Now, in a meeting yesterday, the director, Godfrey Norton, and somebody recorded the interaction with him, because he came and we had a meeting in front of the cast, right? He said to me how the people at Main Street are disappointed because if I said something about the minister's wife, I should have apologized for criticizing the minister's wife. And so we eventually got to the real reason why he has moved me from the cast, because, and I will say this, I will continue to be critical. I will continue to call it out because theater is where I'm from. It just happens that I have a different microphone now. I'm on a political stage also, so I can call out these things. Many persons in theater, they huddle in their little groups, and they argue about what is happening in theater. The fact that you have to write to the minister's office if you want to rent the cultural center. The fact that the other day the minister threatened to raise cultural center rates, right? All of these things are happening. The fact that people are being handpicked. I remember when the Guyana concert was you had audition, for the Guyana concert, the Guyana night. An artist, recognized artist in this country, had to go and audition in front of the minister's wife. And when I criticize that, those are the sort of criticisms that the minister has seemingly, allegedly, held on to. And we have this petty politics playing out and affecting theater. Kwesi has come out and he's very clear and very vocal about the fact that he is being blacklisted and the victimization he's feeling. Other artists that I will not name, because as I said, there is a sense of fear, because we are going to, the PPP said, we are going to take everything from you if you criticize us. And this is what has, for me, disallowed them to try to really hold on to this one Guyana mantra that they're pushing. It has eroded that because they have a philosophy of, if you stand up against me, I will crush you. I will make sure that you don't eat. I will make sure you don't get anything, so that the next man in line will keep his mouth shut. And so we quell dissent in that manner. There's no dissenting. There's no speaking out, because you will not get any money. You will not get any work. You will not get anything. So what is happening to me right now is no surprise. This is the modus operandi of this government. But as I would have said, it is a sad place that we are in theater right now, where a director can take instructions from the ministry. And this is not me making this up. This is the director admitting this, that he is being pressured by the ministry to replace someone in a cast because that person was critical of something that the minister and the ministry would have done. That is where we are in theater. Sadly, it is a reflection of our society in general. Because if you ask people in other sectors, in other parts of the country working in government, they will tell you the same thing. The victimization is there. If you speak out, it's a problem, and you are used as an example. We don't need to look far. We just need to look at what happened to the mayor, the excesses, the excessive force that was and tactics that were used on him because he stood up along with Sherrod, stood up for those vendors. You get taken to court. You got this taken away from you. It is all part of their philosophy to keep people quiet. Fortunately or unfortunately, I don't intend to be quiet. And I will say this to everybody. This is just the tip of the iceberg. It will continue to get worse. If it is that the minister, with all that he has to do, can find time to remember that this man in this cast of 39 actors said something critical of him and his management of the ministry, and he, for that reason, can't act in this play. Not a private production, you know. A production being funded by the government, all of our monies, that this man can't act in it. Then we are at a sad place in this country. And, you know, as I said, moving forward, this has now become a legal battle because I intend to be paid as for my contracted amount. And I want, you know, just to ensure that people understand where we are. As again, the play is scheduled to be staged on the 28th of May at the National Cultural Center. Right.
We wish our brother the best. We wish our brother the best. It's a fight on every front, folks. It's a fight on every front. And that was the closer. That was the closer, folks. That was the last bell, too. We hope you guys have a great weekend. Share the live. Smash that emoji button, folks. Ensure that you partner with us as well, folks. Please, we indulge us. This is how we go from program to program. This is how we put boots on the ground to get valid and credible information. When you come one day and it's just black out here, you know. You know it's what. Candy Lillian Jajit, Ayabo, McKay, Andrew Coates, Sheila Boy Child. We're available via Cash App and Zelle and PayPal, MMG, MoneyGram, Western Union as well. Good folks, all information is there. You need any additional info? You have any queries? 627-6963. That's our numbers. Good folks, that's our time and that's our program. Have a great weekend. Take some time for you, take some time for family, take some time with friends. How you choose to do it, you know. Yeah. Be gentle with yourself this weekend. Mental health is real. Burdeness is real. I got a whole website now to help us all. Folks, to stay on the path. You know. get in touch with you this. We can take some time for you. I'll be taking some time for me this weekend. I ain't care well Saturday. Who vex? I taking some time for me. You have a great weekend, guys. We see you back here on Monday. See you guys back on Monday. Stay safe. Maureen Williams. Good to have you. Darling, Sheila Boychild, Verlin. Verlin, how you doing, man? And Devon, Chris, and Joyce Van Kuchen. Good to see each and every one of you. Stay safe. That was the last bell. Pace and power. Pace and power, good folks. Have a great weekend. That's my time. That's our program. Who vex? Apologies for being late, but we gave you all back your time. You notice that? We give you back your time. That's our time. Stay safe.